Did you find it on there on YouTube? Oh. Let's get my first. I don't know who I want to play with. Bad. What team are you gonna play with? What team was you gonna play with? The Ravens. I can't pick that team. I gotta pick a team that's worse. Let me get my Bears. I'm gonna use the Bears against the Ravens on all Madden. I'm gonna get the Bears and I'm gonna go against the Ravens. So I'm gonna beat your team with my team. You play on competitive, right? What you play on? You play on what? I know. I'm saying, like, is it arcade, simulation, or competitive? Okay. And how many minutes a quarter? Like, let's do 4, or you want to do 5? Okay. Woo. Yep. Because I'm not that good at Madden yet. I gotta practice. Okay. Alright, go have fun. Call me when you're ready. I got you. Alright, love you.
Hey everybody, it's the coach.
Okay, babe. I'm ready when you're ready.
Of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the exciting second-year quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold to be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. It's Mitchell Trubisky leading out the Chicago Bears here. Loss in Week 9 to Philadelphia, 22-14, a game in which the offense again struggled. Mitchell Trubisky in that game just 10 of 21, no touchdowns, and gosh, he's played in the 6 full games that he's played in, Charles. He hasn't thrown a touchdown pass in 4 of them.
Major surprise to me. I thought the elevation began last year. That Mitchell Trubisky was going to make that progress towards being the quarterback that Chicago expected when they drafted him. I thought for sure this year we would see another jump. Not even close. Just 125 yards through the air against Philadelphia. And, you know, they struggled in the secondary this year. I keep wondering if there's going to be a quarterback change. I thought it might occur at the half against Philly when they were down 19-0. But Matt Nagy, the head coach, stuck with Mitchell Trubisky. He may stick with him the rest of the year, hoping they can turn the corner.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Trubisky to throw. He's got Burton here. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The first down carry for Davis. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still second down.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Trubisky will throw. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 3rd down, Davis. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This from 42 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. First go-around coming up here for Baltimore's offense, and that man Lamar Jackson, who may have ratcheted up some of the MVP talk.
MVP.
You starting to coronate already?
Hey, why not? If I'm a Baltimore fan, I would.
Well, that was a heck of a game, heck of a win against New England. And you talk about Lamar Jackson specifically, 163 yards and a touchdown, and 2 more scores running the football.
And the best part about what he does now, because it's on tape, we've seen all the highlight reel plays that he makes. We know the quickness. It makes you change what you do in preparation for him. New England is principally a man coverage team on defense. When you play Lamar Jackson, the last thing you want to be is in a lot of man-to-man coverage with his.
There goes Mark Ingram, the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 73 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. I want to revisit some Week 9 numbers for the Bears and the Eagles as the Bears come back out here on offense. CD,
are we going to revisit Bears numbers?
Well, it wasn't good. You mentioned it was 19-0 at half. They were down to Philly. The Bears only had 9 yards of offense in those first 2 quarters and finished with just 164.
Hard to believe because we know the Bears are a defense-first team. But it's not like they don't have players on the offensive side of the ball. They've got people who can make plays, who can gain yardage, who can get into the end zone, and it just hasn't happened. I cannot believe we're saying this, but Chicago's lost 4 straight, and they're in last place in the NFC North after winning the division in 2018.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
40 up, 180. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
On second down, Davis. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Trubisky to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if it's bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Trubisky will come up here first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Pernell McPhee. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get this down to the 10. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
You know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Baltimore's offense takes the field again. Charles, they are at 6-2 after that win against New England. 2-game lead over suddenly a resurgent Pittsburgh Steelers team, and they get to see them again the final week of the season. But what does that win over New England tell you about Baltimore's chances in the AFC?
It tells you a lot. The main thing it tells you is that this is a team that's not going to shy away from the spotlight, not going to be intimidated by New England and all their Super Bowls and, you know, what they've done this season. But I really enjoyed watching them post-game. You know, watching how they handled it. Yes, it was a big win, and they didn't downplay that, but they also didn't treat it like it was a Super Bowl either. They know they've got work to do, and they figure they'll have to meet New England again in the playoffs.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. On the move to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. Touchdown, Ravens.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to...
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence. Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
58 right there. It's going to be a long day.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5. Good enough for the first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the...
Be a case of see ball, get ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, it's complete to Snead. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Quick throw taken in by Snead.
Damn it, bro.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
He's got the first down inside the 10. Take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Back now at Soldier Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing here, Trubisky.
Oh, my God.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That is too far to the right.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
I haven't seen a regular pass play.
The drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go again with Davis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The catch made by Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky.
No. Oh,
and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the... Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he's going to go down again. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Am I tripping? Yeah, that one route was perfect.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this
I don't know why I couldn't put in the ball. I'm kicking up field goal. I should kick a field goal, but I gotta practice getting this ball in there.
So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going to let it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Oh, we have it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Snead's got it. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. And
he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. He gets a good chunk of yards there. 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's Sam Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return is Cohen. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter.